So yesterday we discussed about self-coaching. Today we are going to talk about personal coaching. That is coaching to others, personal coaching. And we are also going to see some models. Okay, models. So Bhumika. So today Bhumika
Yes,
has joined with me in the corporate training.
Sir, allow me to share that.
Shivali, when I tell.
Okay.
So, good evening. So today, Bhumika has joined with me in the training. Today, I had a training program with the Voltas. From all over India, the Voltas people have joined. That is from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Okay, from every branch, one person. Okay, they joined. Today we did a training program on personality development. Every time, whenever we have training, I used to take one person from my group and I used to introduce them as my trainer. Today, Miss Bhumika Bayani has attended the training. Okay. So, Bhumika, how was the training? What was your learning today? And what is it you felt during the training or after the training? Yeah, please go ahead, Bhumika.
so it was really awesome. I was keep on noting down points. Have you?
Bhumika, your mic.
Yes, yes. Sorry. I hope I'm audible now.
Yes, yes.
So I was keep on noting down points. What you say, how you say. So I was learning about personality development as well as how you are as a trainer and what how you handle situation, what you do if people are not talking, everything. There are few highlights of this workshop according to me. uh, First is you made us draw that tree and helped us understand what are the base, what can we how can we develop network. We can see our overall personality with that tree, right? That was awesome. And that four types of thinking processes, that was also awesome. uh, After that, after I learned that, no, now I people, now whenever I am interacting with people after that workshop, I see that acha, this person is okay, but other people is not okay for him or her. So we can interpret ki acha, people are at what state and how can we deal with them. So these two aspects I liked a lot. Yeah.
So, is this your first corporate training which you are witnessing?
Yes, yes. Very first.
Very first. So, how people were there in the training program? See, in a corporate training program, people fear. People have fear to take corporate training programs. Okay. But you could have seen today, people are ready to receive if something is good. If you are giving something good, they are ready to receive.
Yes.
So, suppose if you get a chance, Bhumika, now that you have seen one corporate training, okay. Suppose if you get a opportunity to take a training program, so how comfortable will you now? Because you have seen a training program live.
Yeah. So what I thought, that audience will be, very passive, will not respond much, and they will. I think that people most of the time try to mock the trainer कि अच्छा आपको क्या पता है, बताओ जरा. And ऐसा लगा था मुझे, but these audience were very responsive. Either not all of them were comfortable coming on the camera, but they were responding on chats every time. So I think the audience were very nice and
Everywhere, Bhumika, the audience are very nice, particularly corporate training program.
yes.
Provided we create the first impression. The
Hmm.
first impression is the best impression. When we talk with people, any training program, the first impression is the best impression. So, so you enjoyed the session, is that it?
Totally.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks a lot. So tomorrow, anyone else can join, but the only aspect is you have to remain the complete time. Okay. Tomorrow we will be continuing the today's training. Okay. So anyone who wants to join, they can just message me. I will anyone I can take. Okay. Now today, one more aspect. I will be forwarding this sheet. Okay. I will be forwarding this sheet to all of you. 1 minute. This one you will be getting it. I'm sharing the form. Okay. Team, kindly see it very carefully. Okay. This is for all the team. Okay. This is for all the team. I'll be sharing the Google form. Okay, for certification purpose. Okay. In the Google form, first I want you to write your name. Write your name as you want in the certificate. I will not be adding either Miss or Mrs. or Mr. I will not be adding. I will not be adding anything. What I will do is, what not I, the operator, the DTP operator, desktop publishing, the person who makes the certificate, what he will do is, see, they are all uneducated. Okay, they have completed 12th standard or degree. They do not know everything. My instruction to them that whatever is available in the name, cut and paste. Very simple. What they will do is cut and paste. So however you want the certificate, you want Miss Bhumika Bayani, then write MS. Whether you want, if you want a dot, put a dot. If you don't want to put a dot, don't put a dot. Because people sometimes say a dot should come. Some people will say a dot will not come. Okay. Now I put everything on your court. The ball is on your court. I will not add or do anything. If you want a doctor, right? Doctor, whether after doctor you want dot, put dot. I will just copy and paste. Nothing else. So whatever you have written, that will come in the certificate. This is a name. Okay. Because so many times we have given certificate, people will say, sir, after doctor, dot will not come, sir. Some will tell, sir, after doctor, dot will come, sir. Sir, why Miss, sir? Sir, I am Mrs., sir. Miss can be applied for everyone. Okay. So we have taken a thing in principle. We will not be adding Miss, Mr., Mrs., everything. Whatever you write here, we will just cut and paste and write the name in capital, complete capital. Suppose if you write in small letters, the DTP operator, he doesn't know. He will cut and paste it. So write your name in complete capitals, okay, by affixing whatever you want, Miss, Mrs., a doctor, whatever you need, okay. That is the first thing. The second thing is your home address. The certificate will come to your address. Now, when you write your home address, write your name on here. Also write your name, your complete address, the nearest landmark, district, state, pin code, and your calling number. Don't write the WhatsApp number. Somebody calls you now. Suppose somebody has given the WhatsApp number. One certificate has written to me stating that we tried the number, nobody is there, and the address was also wrong. Now, when they try to call, it is actually WhatsApp number there. Calling number. When the courier person, when they call you, you should be able to attend. If you give the WhatsApp number, how it will help? Any calling number. And it should have your name also here. Name, your complete address, nearest landmark, district, state, pin code, and your calling number completely. What my people will do is they will just copy this and paste it in the Word and cut it and paste it in the cover. So the address we will not write it. We will not just see your address and we will write it, because sometimes we may write the pin code wrongly and it may go somewhere. Okay. So what we will do is what you are giving, we will just copy and paste it. So please give it properly. Then the photograph. The photograph, see that it is cropped properly. People don't crop properly. See, the simple aspect is, last time after the diploma program and life coach program, try the trainer program, the DTP operator asked me to come. Sir, you please come to my office, sir. I went, sir, what is the problem? Sir, do you want to fix this photo on the certificate? You please tell me. I do not know whether you respect your certificate or not. I respect your certificate. Should I post this photos? And the photo was a selfie taken in the mobile. And it was not at all can be fixed in the certificate. So please don't affix any selfie. I want a professional photograph. A photograph which when you affix in the certificate, it should have some value. Okay, so affix a proper photograph, no selfie. Suppose without cutting and crop it properly and save the file in your name before uploading. Before uploading, see, you should have one photo always in your name, a decent photograph. Tomorrow you may, when you go for training program, somebody will ask your photo. So somebody asked me, sir, shall I send informal photograph, sir? No informal photograph. Formal photograph with a decent one. If you are not having, kindly take one. Because that you can affix it in your profile. And there will be a column whether we can include you in the Global Trainers Forum. We are having a website called Global Trainers and Coaches Organization. In that we have members. Okay. We will be adding your details with photo in the website. Okay. I will be adding a column whether you want it or whether you don't want it. If you want it, put yes. If you put yes, we will use the same aspects to put it in the GTC. That website, along with your photo, your complete aspects will be available. Okay. So I have given the details. So please take time. We have anyhow 1 week time. Please take and completely fill it up properly so that the people, they don't have any problem. Otherwise, they call me and tell, sir, these kind of photographs, how to upload, sir? As a trainer, as a motivator, if at all you want to become a motivational speaker, see Gurcharan Singh, Gurcharan Singh photo. I want every one of you to watch. This kind of photo you should have. If you are a trainer, if you are a life coach, if you are a motivational speaker, have some photo like this. Put it in the same aspect. Put it in the Google. When you put it in the Google, even in the Google, when you send your mail, when you send anything, only that photo will come. Choose one photo to come everywhere. That will boost your personal brand. That is what personal brand. So have one photo for everywhere. Okay. And if you are not having, try to take one. Don't think you have to spend some amount, 50 rupees for that. Or even through your mobile, you can arrange things and take a photo, a professional photo. Sir, I don't have time for all those things, sir. Please don't say. We have more time for all the aspects. So these are the things. Kindly, please look. Okay. Now I hand over to Krishnan sir. 1 minute. Shiveri sir, you can display the PPT. Shiveri?
Sir, it is not just opening, sir. Sharing is not
Okay,
opening.
leave it. I will do it. Leave it. I will do it. Okay, 1 minute. Keep. Whether the presentation is visible?
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes.
visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, before handing over to Krishnan sir, I will tell you one more aspect. Today, Bhumika would have watched it. I was actually it was the training program. It was in Google Meet. Okay, I was trying to play a video. The video was not playing. Whether it has happened or not, Bhumika. I was trying, but the video was not playing. If some technical aspect happens, immediately you should know how to manage it. You should not go on do it. Because if you go on do it, if it's not coming, people will get bored. So technically, things sometimes it may go wrong. We should be prepared to handle it properly. So that usually Krishnan sir says to me, Shima sir, can you just show the thing? Because sometimes a technical problem comes. Okay, maybe if I'm not able to handle it, it may not go. So always you used to tell Shima sir, can you handle it? Can you just show only the PPT? Those are the things. Always it is nice. Krishnan sir, over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Sir
evening.
was, yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sir. That's audible, sir.
See, please take your personal profile very seriously because coaching market is very competitive and they look at your Facebook profile, your LinkedIn, everything. They look at what kind of post that you are posting, everything. Because corporate looks at your credibility, the credentials, everything. You might have had your previous career might be on different field and you wanted to get into the training and coaching means you need to rebuild all your image, everything. So please ensure your personal branding very effectively, which is very, very important. Start sharing more knowledge. And yeah, I think you would have seen Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, everybody. They keep sharing every day one small snippets of their videos, everything. Audios or videos or something like that. They keep connecting with the audience. So please ensure that. Please be with the full of content, knowledge, everything. So 24/7, you should be ready to share your knowledgeable information to the outside audience. Please, that's it. That's a big challenge which every trainer and coaches used to have actually. So wish you all good luck. Please work on your personal branding. What kind of knowledge that you will have to share it to the audience, general audience, what kind of knowledgeable insight that you are going to share it to your client, because clients look for industry updates, because a client wants someone to be coached means he expect the coachee to coach to be very high level, better than him. That's different actually. So you please understand, spend time on your personal branding and effectively also. Yeah. So today we are going to talk about personal and life coaching. We are going to discuss two important models. One is Prachaksha and the Wilber quadrant, which is very important. This is what yesterday we had a self-coaching. Hope I was clear in explaining you things. Today also similar to that, but self-coaching is different. Coaching the client is different. Self-coaching is more of focusing on ourselves. How do we lead your work-life balance, and how do we become a coach? What kind of knowledge that we can share? Everything is important. Life coaching means personal coaching. You are coaching the client. Client, I mean, is very, very important here. He only decides our future. This is what is a famous quote of Mark Twain, that the day you were born and the day you have to find out why. That the two important days. When you're born is important, and you have to find the reasons why you're born out. Next slide, sir. Hope you all are aware of this clarity. Personal life coaching is not a counseling or a therapy. Coaching is like, you are exploring possibilities to the client. You are not living his life. You are helping the client to find a solution on himself. That's the coaching model is that. It's all developed from the Timothy Galway, who wrote a book called Inner Game. If you have a time, please download it and read it also. Wonderful thing. John Whitmore has wrote a book on coaching for performance. All coincide in this one. Sar would have discussed with you all about GROW model. That's a basic funda for coaching. Coaching is,
I didn't discuss, sir. I have not discussed.
Oh, okay, sir. Today we will discuss on that, sir. Yeah, please. Coaching is an interactive process through which coaches aim to solve performance problem or develop individual capabilities. Coaching, it's an interactive process. It's not like only an advice. Coaching, please understand, coaching, you are playing 50% role as a consultant and 50% role as a coach. Any field you take, and you must be master in that, then only you can guide the other person. That's a coaching more is all about. Next slide, sir. See, this is the coaching model. First is the coaching skill is important. Coaching mindset is important. Then coaching framework, how you are going to coach them. This three is very, very important. Now let's move on to next slide where coaching skills we can explore. So coaching skill is this one. The first step is the listening, then questioning, then giving feedback, then sharing your ideas or whatever things like that. See, if you come to listening, the first is there are four types of listening is there. One is superficial listening. Listening means, I listen when other people are talking to me, but I am always focusing on myself. So I don't think I will take a lot of insight from what others are talking. Self-referential means whenever others are talking to me, I keep referring about my experience to them. This is called a self-referential. Fix it. When somebody is sharing their problem to us, immediately we say, I also have faced the same problem, like that. It's called a fixed listening. The best way of listening is engaged listening. You will have to allow the client to speak for long hours, let them speak everything. You will have to do the mirroring also. Slowly you will have to do mirroring everything. Engaged listening is what very, very important. There are other three aspects is also important. Listening is that listening to what you are listening, what the client says, what the client doesn't say. It's very, very important here. We will have to have the intuition to understand what the client says, what the client doesn't say. See, most of the things, many people have this problem. They have a emotionally lot of problem they will be having, but they don't find they don't know how to articulate their problem. This is problem with many. So we will have to have the listening skill. We will have to listen what the client says. We also have to listen what the client doesn't say. And why we are listening? Listening for is important in that. Why we are listening? What is that we are going to infer from our listening everything? And listening with the kind of, more of care, everything is very important. Listening with the client feelings is very, very important. Listening with intuition is very, very important. So listening plays a very big role. If we are having the tendency of, not able to listen for long hours, then we need to change. First is self-coaching. We need to develop a skill called listening skill. That is very, very important for the any coach is important. Then the questioning, that open and question, close-ended questions, you should know where to use, because you are inquiring, you are finding out the real reasons for it. There is any problem, there will be a cause, there will be a solution, there will be implementation. So how do you find the cause for everything? Because of the better way of questioning. Then giving feedback. Once you give the coaching and everything, then you will have to give the feedback. Suppose objective observations. You are advising the client, on based on your observations, and the observation should be not in a generic one, should be focusing on the client efforts. That is called objective observation. Then appreciative feedback. You must give appreciation to the client because he is putting a lot of effort. You don't have to panagrate him. You don't have to pamper the client, but you can appreciate the client efforts and everything. Development feedback, where the feedback is very important. You are giving the development feedback. That is where areas that we need to improve, how he has to speed up the process, everything, and where he has to slow down everything. All this called development feedback. There is another thing which Marshall Goldsmith talks is that feed forward. Feed forward is what is the coach's role. Feedback is more of past. Feed forward is about more future. So you will have to give the guidelines to your coachee, and slowly you must push him to take up the new habits and everything. Because yesterday also I shared, it takes 6 weeks to forego the old habits, and it takes another 6 weeks to form a new habit. So totally 3 months time it takes a person to transform to the new habits. So you need to travel with them. You are not only traveling physically, you are traveling with the emotions. Recently I saw in IPL, one of the cricket coach was talking that he's traveling with the emotions of the team, everything. So now this sharing is important. Sharing the observation. What you observed is you have to share everything.
One doubt, sir.
Yeah, please, sir.
Feed forward, can you explain a little
Yes,
bit more?
sir. Yeah, feed forward is a Marshall Goldsmith's technique actually. See, feedback is about past. For example, I'm taking Shiva sir as a coach. I'm very, very lazy person, but I want to become very aggressive. I want to become very dynamic in my business, for example. Then Shiva sir, if he gives me feedback, you have been very lazy. You need to transform from laziness to the moderate level, then from moderate to the fast urgency level, all these things, then it will be boring for me. So instead of listening to my past habits and everything, if Shiva sir sharing with me how to become a aggressive person, how to become a fast person, how to become a performer, then I'll be more interested. So feed forward is about the future and feedback is more about the past. This is what Marshall Goldsmith is suggesting. We will discuss on leadership coaching about that also, sir. Yeah. Is it okay, sir?
Yeah, understood, sir. Sir, the development feedback, sir.
Development feedbacks means suppose you are coaching, sir. Suppose you are coaching a swimmer, right? Initially, when you start coaching, his performance was very, you would have find a lot of areas to be improved. Then you are sharing the particular specific areas where you need to improve. Either he has to improve on the backstroke, he has to improve on the speed in which he is swimming, all these things. This is called a development feedback. And appreciative feedback is that where you are appreciating his efforts. Objective means yes, I'm going to observe you on objective, how quickly you are going, everything. This is called objective. Most of the people use the development feedback. Development feedback could be a blunt also, so nothing wrong in that. Sometimes we have to be a true speak pill to explain what areas the client has to develop himself. So sharing observation, sharing ideas is important. For example, you are coaching an office goer. For example, Infosys is the company which looks for a lot of ideas. Many IT companies are looking for ideas. If you are coaching this person, then you will have to help him to share ideas. You will have to share ideas. You will have to tell stories to the client, everything with examples, information. That's the reason that we always suggest to coaches, not only in playing games and everything in training, we also wanted them to talk on case studies, industry updates, because technology is very, very important, which is driving everyone's business. So as a coach, we need to be updated in technology also, not only in terms of conducting the session. Yeah. Next slides. This is what a coaching mindset we should have. We should believe others. See, if you are going to coach somebody and if you don't believe them, then nothing will work out. So understanding what we believe, this is very, very important. Because we believe the people, but sometimes we don't understand. We just overlap everything. So we need to understand. And everyone has got a limiting beliefs, you know that. So from the client perspective, we need to find out what is his limiting beliefs. For example, I am capable of running 100 meters jogging or something like that. But I used to feel that I'm aged, I cannot run like that. It's called limiting belief. So you need to identify what is lacking in the person in not able to coming to perform. That's a limiting belief you need to identify. Then changing your attitude. Some people will have attitude problem. So how do you changing that? Because I should have a positive attitude towards my client. If my client is not performing well, then I should not be discouraging him. Then instead of creating a fear in him that if you don't perform, then you lose hope in life, all these things. I should say honestly that I should have a positive attitude towards my client, because my attitude only builds a good relationship and will get a kind of positive impact in client's life also. Managing needs is very, very important, because how do you manage the needs? Suppose you are coaching an organization. Example, how do you align the needs of everybody in the organization, and how you show the empathy, and how do you handle the personal needs of the client? Because clients will have the personal needs, because you focus on from this level to next level, you are helping the client to transform. But the client also might be having the personal needs, and so how we are managing his needs and our personal needs also is very, very important. Then from the client, we need to get a kind of trust, because most of the clients look for confidentiality, because they don't want their weakness to be revealed outside. They look for confidentiality. Even if you're executive coach or leadership coach, for example, client will be looking for a confidentiality that their weaknesses should not be revealed in toto with the top level management. And showing respect, you will have to show respect to the client. You will have to be very respectful to the client. Client also should be respect to you. And staying connected with the client. Client always feel that whenever he needs some kind of pep talk or some kind of motivation, sometimes some kind of clarity on his path in his career or his personal life, immediately it tend to connect with you. So you should be staying connected. It's not a one-time just thing. So you will have to be in staying connected. People should recall you whenever they are in some difficulties, constraint, everything. So this kind of mindset that we should have. We should have a coaching skill, and we also should have the coaching mindset. Next slides.
Sir, this coaching mindset.
Yeah.
So believing others.
Yes, sir.
Believing others. So usually what happens? This I have seen it personally, when people come for coaching, uh, sometimes it comes to the self-talk. We are calling as a self-talk.
Yes, sir.
Self-talk is whether you will be able to do it or not. Like that, your thought passes into my head.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So that thought then it is not proper, isn't it?
Yes, sir. See, actually, coaching means we are not living his life, sir. We are enhancing to live his life based on his possibilities, sir. Coaching is not that we are not living his life. We are not solving his problem. We are showing a lot of possibilities around him, sir. Coaching is more of helping him to develop the kind of belief in himself to improve on his self-talk. We will have to give you the specific methodologies, step by step. Slowly, he will develop that. Mostly coaches are important to the client when they started believing the coach, because the client tend to share all his weakness when he started believing the coach. Similarly, coach also should have a belief about the client. He should have a confidence in himself that definitely this client will improve after some time. Like that, he also should be having the confidence on the client. If nothing works out after a period of time, then the coaching process can be withdrawn. Nothing wrong with that.
Very nice. Sir, actually, you have shared one aspect, one case study, a real-time incident wherein you coached a person who is very aged and retired. I think if you share it, sir, I think it will help to understand this more.
Yes, sir. See, not that, and another person also have on a history, sir. He was facing a mid-age crisis. Mid-age crisis, you know that people lost their job. Suddenly, some corporate, he was not fit enough to play the office politics, so he lost his job, everything. So he was clueless how to rebuild his career because his housing loan, family pressure, everything was totally, he was in very tight situations. Suddenly, I happened to talk to him. Then I referred a book called Harvey Mackay, Fired Up book is there. Because when you lost a job, you'll be standing like a lamppost in the middle of the street. You'll be standing like a lamppost in the middle of the street. There you have only two options. Either you can ignore others and move on, because there is everybody's eyes is falling on you. When you lost a job, your relatives, your family members, everyone eyes is falling on you. So you will have to relook at your life priorities and you need to rebuild everything, because most of the CEOs, 54% of the CEOs are losing job every year. This is statistics given by Harvey Mackay. So chances that you can become an entrepreneur when you lose a job, the chances that you can become an entrepreneur. So you start looking at everything, all the options. How do you rebuild your life? Because money alone is not important, because this is the time that you can stand up on your own legs. I told him like that. Suddenly he picked up and he started doing his own business, sir. Because that's how it suddenly I read that book. I referred it. Coaches should have the courage to share knowledge. Whether they are applying it or not, that's a different story. You should be 24/7 available, sir. We must have the tendency, we must have the passion to help others. That's a basic criteria which coaches should have, sir.
Even someone has told, don't sack people on Friday, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, that is one different story. Don't sack on Friday. One person who was working in the world level #2 pen manufacturing company. There he was working, and some dispute has happened with his boss. Boss suddenly sacked him from the company. He lost his job, and that day it was a Friday, so he went to home. He didn't tell his wife everything. He slept with her. Then after 2 o'clock, he was sitting on the bed, totally confused. Suddenly, his wife woke up and asked him what happened. He said to her that I lost my job, everything. Suddenly, his wife was telling him, "Don't worry, because you have been telling me that you want to start a business on your own. This is the time you have to experiment your own business opportunity, everything." So he got very happy. Then he started relooking at his life, everything. Then he was working consistently. And similarly, there was a ninth place position company, same pen manufacturing company from Japan, was looking for a top level position. So they approached him. They asked him, "Can you join our company?" He joined their company. He immediately turned around the company. He just changed the office from ordinary place to the head of the country. It's the capital of the country, where the number one player and all where offices were based situated. Then he started working very positively on that. Within 2 years' time, he grown up the company to the number 3 level, and he happened to travel with the former company MD in the same flight, sitting next to each other. So he was very happy. He advised only to the corporate is that if at all you want to sack somebody, don't sack on Friday, because they lose personal touch with their wife and everything, the kids, everything.
So actually here the wife has played the role of personal
Coach, correct, sir.
The wife has played the personal coach, and if you people are having such a wife who can coach you properly, you are all lucky. And if you are having husbands who can coach you like this, really it will be very nice. Yeah.
Correct,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
Sir, from the earlier example you mentioned one book. Can you please repeat that name?
Yeah, I will text in the group, not in it. Fired Up by Harvey Mackay. Yeah,
Okay, no problem.
I will text.
Thank
This is very, very important. The framework, coaching framework, we have to decide. There is something called a clear model is there. We need to get into contract with the client, because you have to put it on the written agreement that you want to coach a client, and you both get either coach and coachee. Coach and the client has to get a common consensus that they both are going to spend a valuable time in rebuilding their life or something like that. So clarify the focus. What is the person is talking about? What is the real concern? What needs most attention in this conversation? What is the true focus? Because many people don't have a clarity. Because, for example, my reporting style when I was working was very pathetic. So I need to work on my communication skill, presentation skills, everything, right? But I used to crib about my boss. My boss is scolding me, scolding me. Somebody later on, they told me that you need to work on your presentation skill. You need to learn the official reporting, everything. Then I changed. So we always highlight the problem, but we don't address the root cause of the problem. Identify the goal. There are 3 goals which is suggesting. One is that performance goals. There is a difference between performance and a skill gap. There is a performance gap and skill gap, which we discuss in business coaching. So performance goals, how do I perform? Suppose if I'm having the caliber of reaching the target, can I double the target? So how do I improve my performance? And what the new skills that I should learn? Learning goal also we should think. That is something that study log is there. Suppose you are coaching any college students or anybody who is preparing for a GATE exams or IAS and all, you can talk about the learning goals. And there is something called impact areas about the time management. You can talk on that. And fulfillment good. Happiness is what is everybody is looking. Their coaches or coaches, counselor, therapist, or playing very big role. Psychologist, all these things are playing a role. So fulfillment goes. Money alone cannot get you everything. So work-life balance is very, very important. So you will have to find out from the client's perspective what is his priority. Some client may know, some client may not know also. Develop solutions. Please develop a solution for them and create accountability, because they are also spending equal amount of time, energy, money for coaching. You're also spending your time, energy, and this thing, your ideas, everything for coaching. So create accountability in the client's mind. That is very, very important. Get into some kind of agreement where you mention all these things. Yeah, please.
Sir, this performance goal,
Yes, sir.
learning goal, and fulfillment goal.
Yes, sir.
Whether it is one and the same, a person, suppose I'm coaching a person,
Yes, sir.
whether he will have all the 3 or any one.
No, sir. Everyone should have all the 3, sir. For example, if I want to perform, suppose you have a performance goal that you want to take what is that? You want to become like a Robin Sharma, for example, sir. I'm just sharing the things actually. You want to become a Robin Sharma. Your presentation should be in par with the Robin Sharma. An example, so performance level that you need to be a great speaker, a motivational speaker. You have to share a lot of insights, information, everything. But to share all these things, you need to set a learning goal also, right? You will have to learn a lot of things. I'm listening what is going in, and the same thing has to come out also. So inside out only. So we'll have to constantly update ourselves. We will have to work on our learning ability, everything. First, apparently, we also have to take care of our family, business, everything. We need to have a balanced lifestyle approach, sir. So these 3 is important in every human life, sir. So we need to find out from the external coach, what is his performance goal, what is his learning goal, and what is his fulfillment goal.
So
Some
when
people are performing very well. Some CEOs are performing extraordinarily, but their fulfillment, happiness level is very low. They're very fugitive. They get very angry easily. And some people are having a very great learning ability, but they are not able to perform in the corporate world because the speed and in which they are executing, their execution is a serious issue. Yes, sir. Yeah.
very nice.
This is one of the case study which George is a successful chiropractor. Chiropractor is a bone specialist. We talk about it's a specialization on bones and everything. Tremendously enchanted. He is not happy with his work. As a young man, he hoped to become veterinarian, and his first love was animal. Gifted with hands, he can sculpt and create and play several stringent instruments. Urged to become chiropractor because of his father compulsion and brother, they both were chiropractors. He is frustrated with chiropractic practice and irritated with patients, and his irritated behavior can interfere with the patient's healing process. So if you're a doctor, if your irritated behavior might interfere with the healing process of the patients also. You need to be very cautious. And I forgot to mention that he has scolded one aged lady also because of his irritants in the chiropracticing. For the past several years, George has lacked energy and motivation, fed up with life. He happily married his wife, Joan, 20 years back with twin sons and everything. His personal life is okay, but professionally he is unhappy because his original interest level was to become a veterinarian, but he became a chiropractor practitioner. Yes. Now next is page, sir. We have questions on this.
Yeah. So team, one more time, just read this clearly. There will be some questions in the next slide which you will have to answer. Okay. Just read one more time. So he is he's 22 years old. He's a chiropractor, and he is frustrated. And as sir said, he has shouted even at one old lady. So for the past several years, George has lacked energy and motivation, fed up with life. He is happily married with Joan. 20 years back with twin sons, and his wife was university's teacher. Okay, these are the aspects. Now the questions. Okay. Now anyone can answer the first question. Okay. What stands out about George's situation? Anyone can answer.
Sir, he's professionally successful, but mentally unsuccessful.
Okay, very nice. Others?
He doesn't like his profession. He doesn't like his profession.
Yeah, others?
Not being able to do what he liked a lot is frustrating him.
Okay, the second question. What are the first question you want to ask George? Suppose if you meet George, what are the first question you will ask? Then Krishnan sir will continue. Yeah. You can tell the question and sir will give you the input. Suppose if you are in the coaching session, okay, what will be the first question you want to ask George? Yeah, please put it in the chat box and people can share it here also.
Without knowing his case study, we might ask him, are you happy with what you're doing? Are you happy with your life?
Can you repeat?
Knowing his full story in the beginning, I would like to ask him, are you happy, or is he happily, is he having a happy life?
That is what. Actually, the first only one question which you will ask. Now you have asked him 3 questions. One question.
Sir, what is the meaning of chiropractor? I'm
The
sorry.
bone specialist, sir. Bone specialist.
हाँ?
Bone specialist.
Bone specialist जो मिट्टी से बनाते हैं?
Sir, Chiropractic means bone specialist. Bone.
No, I'm still not clear.
Bone specialist at bone.
What is the meaning in Hindi?
हड्डी के डॉक्टर है, हड्डी के डॉक्टर।
हड्डी के डॉक्टर।
हाँ।
अच्छा, ठीक है, ठीक। Okay.
One minute, please be on the line. Team, please answer. What will be your first question? Please put it in the chat box. Questions are just, I'm going out, sir. You can take
Okay,
it.
sir.
2 minutes, I'll come back. Yeah.
What will give you happiness? Doing what will give you happiness today?
No, your first question, that what you want to ask? Charge.
Hey, George, are you satisfied with your life?
Naturally, everyone will say, I'm not happy. See, coaching is more of your helping the client to open up his mouth.
What are your
Yeah.
expectations from this coaching?
Sorry, sir?
I would be asking him what are his expectations
From this
coaching
coaching
session.
session. Okay. What emotions arise as you read about George? Do you feel pity about him because his original ambition was he wanted to become a veterinarian, but unfortunately he became a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Same thing would have happened in our life also. Even Abdul Kalam also had the same problem. Correct? He wanted to become a pilot, then later he became a scientist. Yeah, please.
It's like how do we like mentally cope up when we are not doing what we want to do? Because physically we are doing something else and mentally we are not in that state, but we have to do. We are forced to do that.
Yeah.
So can I go? I feel that I should ask the client, where are you in your personal life right now? And then from there, one question will lead to the other, which means that if he tells me that this is where he is, obviously you're only asking me for the first question now, but I'm also going to try to probe to see where does he want to go to and what does he aspire to be or to do or whatever else. So you're going to ask.
No, 1 minute, because see, in this case, George has crossed the age of 52. When he was young, he had the ambition to be a veterinarian, but now he has become chiropractor. Now he cannot quit his existing job and take up the veterinarian also. He can't go behind his personal passion.
So I'm going to ask
you will have to condition him to live in the current scenario. You will have to see there is something called acceptance is the way forward, right? So our coaching also should be helping him to accept the realities. That's very important. Yeah, please.
Would you say that I should ask, so if this is not where you are, where would you like to be? Or what would you like to do? Because what I also find is that even people late in their careers do a change. And they like, what I find is that research has shown that people don't stay in the same profession for a long time. Some of them, they are doctors, they go into engineering or they go into teaching or nursing or aviation. They do different things. So the new thing is people change their careers.
No. Yeah, your point is correct. But here what is happening, because of George's frustration, he started showing his anger towards his patients. It is reflecting in his daily life, actually. So how he has to work on his emotions, then how he has to develop the kind of acceptance of the realities, then he has to move with the existing responsibilities. That's the challenge. So we are coaching him. How do we can coach him?
Yeah. So the third question. So the first question, I think you people have understood. She has made it very clear. The things which we shared by ma'am was wonderful. The one is accepting the current aspect, as Christians have said, and then moving to the patient. Because see, 52 years, suppose someone is working. Immediately, I am fed up with this. Okay, I leave the job and I start doing my other thing. Who will take care of the family? See, he is a doctor, 52 years old. He will be having financial commitments. He will be having financial commitments. He has to take care of the children, because one of the important aspect here is, he is happily married and he is having twin sons. He's having twin sons, so their education also matters. Now, I don't like being a doctor, okay, and I want to go for sculpting. That is what I like, means whether I will be getting money which I am getting in the doctor. Suppose as a doctor, I am getting 1.5 lakhs per month, and for my son's education, I will have to spend 75,000. Whether the 75,000 will come in sculpting or in following my the passion or hobbies, all those things has to be taken into account when we are coaching. So personal coaching, it is not that someone in 3 idiots films came now. Give me some sunshine, give me some light, give me another chance. I want to grow up once again. A young boy, if he has to change, means that is what. But in later years, means when we coach the people, we have to take everything into account. So hope I am correct, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. The third question. Yes, sir.
What emotions arise as you read about a George?
Anyone, please share.
I would feel empathy for the chiropractor, because he was actually forced to become a chiropractor. He wanted to be a veterinarian. And, when now I'm going into solution mode, but obviously he's really not happy. So I think it's anxiety that's going to cause him illness. And there's a lot of emotions that he's going through right now.
Super. Great. Yeah. Great understanding. Okay, the fourth question. What do you empathize? Now, ma'am told, I empathize. The next question is very, very specific. What do you empathize with most about George and his situation?
Sir, I will empathize with him that first of all, whatever he is doing, number one, about one is his passion and one is he's doing out of say compulsion. So now he should realize one thing, that at the age of 52, as you said that he's married, he got children at the age of 52, he cannot take a stand. It is not like Corona, that Corona has come and now he has whatever decision he takes, it will go for it. But since here he's got two options, one is that he's already having a good going career like in doctor. He's a doctor. So but natural patient are going to come and he's going to earn the money. Since he does not like it, he can continue with his work to earn the money, and then side by side he can develop his passion for what he wants to do. So that is a side way. So one empathy is, yes, I understand your feeling, but you must be a practical person also, because you are married, you are having wife, children, and they are all dependent upon you. So you cannot leave them in halfway. It is another way that if you die, that's a different issue. A Corona has come, that's a different issue, that somebody has to take a thing which is.
Satish, very nice, Satish. Satish, I have given one coaching suggestion to you earlier. What is it?
Not talk speed.
Not giving advice.
What you want to tell? You have to tell in 1 minute. Okay. What do you empathize with most about George and his situation? 1 minute.
What?
What do you empathize? The same question. Because when you are talking, you have not given answer for the question. You have actually given solution to the problem. Now the question is different. What you told is something different. Isn't it? Your whole talk was completely different. This is what called self-coaching. In self-coaching, we have to understand when a question is asked, answer only to the question. Now, this is what we have to learn from Jacquina. I think Jacquina only spoken so far about the first question, second question, and third question. We can see how clear it was. The question and her answer was towards the question. She has not gone beyond the question in any way, not even 1%. Jacquina, hi. I think Jacquina only told me earlier the answer for the second question. Jacquina?
Fazila, sir.
Yeah.
It was me. You know, sir,
Okay.
you wanna,
Okay. Can
The
you
way-
give the answer for the fourth question? Your answer was brilliant.
okay, so what do you empathize with most about George and his situation is that he's actually feeling like he's lost hope. And so maybe I will feel empathetic towards his feeling that he's feeling like there's just no way out of this here. But obviously, I think as a coach, you have to, you can't become too empathetic and too involved with that person's feelings, because then otherwise it's going to be like a pity party or something like that. So yes, there is a way to empathize, right? I'm empathizing because he's feeling like he's just like got no way out of it. But if I'm going to do that, I'm not going to be able to coach him to get out of that. So I can just be there, touch that question, touch that feeling, and move on. And now I'm going into solution mode again, but that shouldn't happen.
Very nice.
What do you think about that?
Super, super. So the next question, what do you feel most distant from or impatient with about George's situation? What do you feel most distant from or impatient with about George's situation? Anyone think? Any other person? Anyone else? Anyone else? Quick.
It's his lack of motivation.
Very nice. Very nice. If George were 35 or 65, how might you approach coaching him differently? Whether it will differ or same. Suppose he is 35, will it differ or same?
It will differ.
Differ, isn't it? Suppose if he is 65, whether it will differ or same. Now he is 52. Okay. Suppose if he is 65, whether it will differ your coaching aspects, whether it will differ or same.
Differ.
So we have to
Listening mode and lethargy mode to other aspects.
Yes. So it will differ with every aspect. So the simple aspect is, with this case study, what we want to tell you is, okay, when we do personal coaching, we have to look out from various aspects. The one aspect is the bird's view. We call it the bird's view. That is seeing the things from the top, the bigger picture. Then only we will be able to coach people effectively. Yeah, Christian sir, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, please. Very nice, sir. See, we'll have this even the sequence of the questions, if you observe, it's very clear. First step is that we need to understand the client situation. Then what kind of questions that we can ask the client, then what kind of emotions is arising in our mind when we read about the client, and how do we empathize about the client, and this is how do we coach based on his repositioning ability. Because see, if he's at 65 years of age, then it's very difficult to coach. If it's 35, we can try. At least we can try to coach him to do.
Christian sir, your mic, sir.
Yeah, see this, even the sequence of questions is very important here, because first we have to understand the client situations and what kind of questions that we'll have to ask and what kind of emotions that is arising in our mind when we read the client's situations. Then how do we empathize with the client? Then what kind of coaching models, coaching things that we can get into practice once we. So we need to understand the client's case study, clients their real-time stories. Then accordingly, we will have to fix the model, questioning everything. This is another model. This is a beautiful model, Prochaska. See, there are 6 stages. Is the pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and termination. See, pre-contemplation is the state that where client is not at all considering that he needs a change. There are people who are not considering the changes to happen them. So how do we coach them? Right? It's very tough. You can coach somebody who is looking for a change in himself, right? So pre-contemplation is the stage where a client is not considering for any changes. Contemplation is the stage where client is considering for changes, but he has no clue how to go further, how to go ahead in changing his scenarios. Contemplation. Preparation is a stage where client has agreed. Client has agreed for a coaching sessions. So client and the coach both sit together and prepare for a action plan. Action plan is what is that, what kind of roadmap we have to do on this thing. Then we will have to maintain the coordinated relationship. Consistent monitoring should be there, and behavior we discussed about what kind of feedback we can give, development, observations, everything. Behavior maintenance is important. Once the client has achieved and everything, then we can terminate the coaching process. Then we can look out for a next stage, everything, because that's it. So coaching starts with some deadline. Actually, it cannot be prolonged for a longer duration. Minimum is 3 months time. Weekly once, 1 hour you can speak over phone or something. Monthly once we can meet the client, and it goes for 6 months. Depends on the task. So accordingly, you can design a roadmap. Then accordingly you can do that. This is Prasaksha. Yeah. Next.
I will give a simple case study which we did. Okay. There was one guy, actually, he was a director in a company. He was 38 years old. He was 38 years old. He came for he came for counseling along with his work. Okay, we changed it as coaching. Because the one thing is, when we do counseling, the amount which we get that will be less. When you start it as a coaching, you can charge high. So I told, sir, let us do coaching, sir. It is in your case, actually, since you are a director, you know everything. And both of them are educated. Coaching will be best, and we discussed what are the payment structure, etc. Their problem was, they actually he is 38. He got married when he was 29. When he was 29, he got married. Now he is 38. His wife is 32 years old. They don't have a child. They don't have child. This is creating a problem in the family. They have gone and checked. The problem is with the men. The problem is with the men. He is not having the required quality of the sperm. So they have tried various aspects, everything they have tried, but there were no success. Okay. Now they came for the thing, asking that actually the wife is willing to adopt a kid. The wife wants to adopt a kid, and she wants to move, but the husband is not moved. At this stage they came. So we changed it as a coaching model. Prachaska 6 stages. Pre-contemplation. The wife was willing to adopt a kid. The husband is not ready to adopt the kid. Pre-contemplation. He doesn't want to change. Why that he doesn't want to change? He was thinking that he is having chance. He is having chance, and his position may improve in the future as far as his health condition is concerned. Wife is also educated. Wife says there is no chance. The chance is only 1%. 99% there is no chance. And she says, I agree, I have no problem. Let us adopt a kid. Facts and figures. From pre-contemplation to contemplation, the husband has to move. We have to make the husband to move from pre-contemplation to contemplation.
Correct.
So here, we are giving him the facts and figures about his own health aspect and also the his family structure, genetics. His brother, his elder brother, he is not having a child. There were 3 brothers and 1 daughter. The daughter is having the child. Okay. The younger one got married and he is also having a kid. But the elder brother, his elder brother, he is not having child. Maybe it is genetic. 1. And the other aspect, facts and figures pertaining to the medical aspects. And the doctors have told that there are chances. There are various things which we can work it out. But it depends upon the, the finance which you can spend, the time you can spend, the money you can spend. It depends upon all those aspects, but we cannot promise that definitely it will happen. We cannot promise. That is what their aspect. What wife says, why that we have to spend more money on this? Let us adopt a child. From pre-contemplation to contemplation, we have to move. Pre-contemplation to contemplation, taking 2 aspects. What are the 2 aspects? Can anyone tell? Pre-contemplation. The husband has to move from pre-contemplation to contemplation. 2 aspects he has to take into account. What is it?
His current health situation.
Then
Accepting the reality.
Yeah.
Accepting the reality.
Yeah, accepting the reality and whatever you say, that is same aspect.
And getting ready, open for change.
2 things which he has to consider, facts and figures, is from pre-contemplation to contemplation. One is the facts and figures. The second aspect is the emotion of the wife. The thinking, feeling and emotion of the wife. That also the husband has to consider. Not only the facts and figures. The wife is fed up with the medical procedure. Please mute your call. So here, from pre-contemplation to contemplation, to move the wife's emotion and the facts and figures. Then after moving it, then preparation. Preparation is how and what are the necessary aspects. Now preparation here, the husband is ready to adopt a child, but the thing is how he will make his parents to accept it. Because it is not only the decision of the husband and wife. No? There are parents from the wife side and parents from husband side. They should also agree. Preparation. Preparation wherein these people have to go and do the same thing what the coach has did, the same thing. The husband and wife, they have to do it with their parents. Preparation. After preparation, action. Action is going and adopting a child and taking care of the child. Coaching on parenting. See, you are adopting a child. Now, when you give birth to a child, that is a different aspect. When you adopt a child, that is a different aspect. Both are completely different. So, coaching on parenting is required. Action from the part of therapist that we did. That is what maintenance. After maintenance, when they adopted a child, and 3 years, we have terminated. We have terminated the aspect, but even we have terminated. Even afterwards, whenever she gets problem about the child, okay, behavior and all, they are in touch. But that is a separate contract and that is a separate chargeable. For these aspects, 3 years, and we have terminated. That is how we applied the Prochaska 6 stages in that particular case. Sir, whether I have missed anything, sir?
Yeah, very good, sir. Fantastic. Excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll go to the next one.
This is about the performance actually. We discuss about performance goals. Everyone is having the potential, but they have a internal interference is more, is that potential minus interference is equal to high performance. So if you are expecting a high performance from the client, try to eliminate the interference, both internal and as well as the external also. Internal is given negative self-talk, fear of failure, self-doubt, everything. And the external interference is just the government policies and all these things, blame culture, ideas not accepted, lack of opportunity, all these things. So potential is there, and if you minus with interference, you'll get a high performance. Next slide, sir.
Yeah, even the same aspect also, you can just do it with, just check it with the Praja's stages. The guy, the internal interference. What was his internal interference? His negative experience, the negative self-talk, the fear of failure to make the parents to accept the aspects. Okay, self-doubt, limiting belief. So these are the aspects we will be having interference, and this has to be moved on to the high performance. So I think the time is up. We will continue.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
We will continue tomorrow.
Sure.
See, the Prochaska model, which sir told, actually this is from motivational interviewing. Motivational interviewing. In motivational interviewing, the beautiful aspect is one of the aspects is it is called evocation. 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 Evocation is bringing the answer from the client itself. That is, we will not give the solution. We will not give the solution to the problem. We will try to get the answer from the client himself. Now the wife wants to adopt. The husband is not ready. Now, our job as a therapist job is to tell whatever the wife knows, the husband should know. Whatever the wife knows, because she is ready to adopt. Here only the internal interference comes. So here his interference is something different from the wife's. So we will work on the inference, and evocation is by giving this we will ask him. It is not that we will tell you accept with what your wife says. In these circumstances, what is the best next move? So these are the facts and figures about the current aspect. And these all are the emotions pertaining to your wife. You both seem a very good couple. You both seem to understand each other. Now, please tell me, sir, in these circumstances, what is the best alternative which you have? What is the best course of action which you can take, which will make both of your life happy, in which both of you become happy? That is evocation. Evocation is we will not give solution to the client. The client himself will come with the solution. Sir, I think what my wife believes may work out. Adopting a child is not a bad idea. Sir, when you say adopting a child is not a bad idea, suppose if I reframe it, adopting a child looks to be a good idea. Is there any difference between those two statements? We will have to ask the client. See, there is a difference between both the things. Is there a difference or no difference? Adopting a child is not a bad idea. Adopting a child at this juncture seems to be the best solution, best aspect. Is there any difference between the two sentences or no difference? Team, is there any difference or no difference? Team, please.
There is a difference. Sir.
There is a difference. There is a difference. Okay. So we will continue with this slide. From this slide tomorrow, we will start. Tomorrow, sir will be talking about the skills required for the coach also. Okay. And in the group, I will be sharing the other case studies also. Please go through whenever you can. Okay. The case studies on personal life coaching, I will share it. Please go through it and try to put yourself into Prochaska's 6 stages. Okay. Then you will be able to get more insight about it. And tomorrow, whoever wants to join with me in the training, please message me in the personal window. Okay. I'll be sharing the slide in the group. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, team. Krishnan sir, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so
We will
much.
meet tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you very much, team. Any questions, team? Any questions? Tomorrow, my training program, it starts at 9:30 to 1:30. I want people who can remain from 9:30 to 10:30. It is not that 9:30 I will join, sir. 10:30 I have a work. I will go and finish it. Then I will come at 12 o'clock. Then I will watch you for some time. Say, I'm not a museum. No? If you are able to stay from 9:30 to 1:30, you are welcome. Okay. Anyway. So thank you very much, team. We will meet tomorrow with the rest of the